Hey guys, we have with us today a pair of earbuds that could have the best ANC performance on the market right now. These are the Panasonic RZ-S500W. These are Panasonic's first foray into the true wireless earbud segment, and these actually punch way above their weight. At 349 Singapore dollars, these are cheaper than the Apple AirPods Pro, as well as the Sony WF-1000XM3, which I thought was the king of ANC true wireless earbuds until now. Let's talk design. The carrying case is a bit on the bulky side, but definitely more compact than the Sony WF-1000XM3. It's a matte black plastic with a glossy ring around the area where the lid meets the body. The case is light, no doubt thanks to the choice of material, but it also results in it feeling a bit less premium. The earbuds themselves are also on the chunky side, and they do stick out of the ears a bit, but thankfully they sit snugly. Panasonic also includes extra silicone tips from XS all the way to XL, so there are definitely options for everybody. The buds are also made with plastic, but there's a soft touch coating on them, which makes them feel really nice. There's a silver accent ring that goes around the faceplate, which looks pretty cool. And the LED indicator lights are also present there for charging, pairing status, and more. There are also 3 LED lights on the case which indicate charge level left, which is a pretty nifty feature. Panasonic claims 6.5 hours on the earbuds with an additional 2.5 charges in the case, for a total of 19.5 hours. Now, I'm pretty satisfied with the battery life of the earbuds, which I got about 6 hours out of. The total battery life though is kinda on the low side. It's probably just the price to pay for keeping the case at 45 grams. But let's talk about the important part, and that's the active noise cancelling. This is all subjective of course, because everybody's ears are different, but personally, I find the active noise cancelling on this to actually be better than the Apple AirPods Pro, and it's hard to pick between these and the acclaimed Sony WF-1000XM3. Panasonic claims that their ANC is market leading, and honestly, I can't find a reason to dispute that. Simply wearing these with no music playing already reduces external noise to such a degree that I can barely hear the noise from a fan that's about 30 centimeters from my head. Wind noise is also very well controlled with these earbuds. This is achieved via a combination of feedback and feed-forward microphones that work in tandem to cancel out noise outside and inside of the earbuds. Of course, if a sports car rolls by right beside you, there's no way it's gonna cancel out all that noise. But for general commuting, these work excellently to block out chatter as well as the rumble of the train, bus or car that you're in. I can't comment on planes because we're not allowed to travel yet, but based on my experience so far, I think frequent flyers should definitely consider these when countries start reopening. Ambient noise, or transparency mode, is pretty decent. It pumps in background noise, but it's not as natural as the Apple AirPods Pro. But that's one area that Apple has beat everybody else, hands down. The sound is probably the one aspect of these earbuds that are a bit iffy. They're not bad by any means. With 8mm dynamic drivers in these, you get quite a bit of bass, and that works out really well for the general listener who favours pop and rock sounds. For audiophiles who are looking for fidelity and detail in their music though, these might not be the best choice. The earbuds do sound good, but to me, they're just lacking that bit of musicality that the Sony earbuds have. I mean, maybe I'm just preferential towards the Sony sound, but that's that. You get touch controls on these, with volume being controlled by 2 or 3 quick taps on the left earbud, which I really like. Personally, I think more companies should implement volume controls on their earbuds. The downside to this though, is that sometimes you'll pair to a phone and you'll find that music is playing at an extremely low volume. It has nothing to do with your phone. You probably just have to adjust the volume on the earbuds themselves. I've experienced this problem with quite a number of true wireless earbuds though, so it's nothing to fault Panasonic for. It's best to download the Panasonic Audio Connect app though, since you need it to update the earbuds firmware. There's also an EQ function there under sound enhancement, so that option's there if you want it. You can also adjust the level of noise cancelling in the app, and Panasonic claims there are 50 levels. I'll take Panasonic's word for it, since it's adjusted via a slider, and I can't really tell if there are 50 different levels or not. But hey, it works well, that's all I need. The noise cancelling is pretty strong though, and it can be a bit uncomfortable for people who are more sensitive to pressure changes, so it's nice to have the option to adjust it. There's Alexa integration, but you can use your phone's own voice assistant like Google Assistant, so there's no issues there. The case charges via USB-C, but unfortunately, there's no wireless charging available. There is quick charge though, so you get 70 minutes of listening time after plugging the case in for 15 minutes. The one issue that people might have with these though, is that there's only support for SBC and AAC. There's no aptX, no aptX HD, no aptX low latency, nada. But considering that the Sony WF-1000XM3 also skipped out on those, I think it's okay to not blame Panasonic for saving a bit of money on these. On the bright side, you do get IPX for water resistance on these, so you don't have to worry about sweat or the occasional drizzle spoiling these earbuds. If you're thinking of exercising with these though, think again. These earbuds aren't light. The earbuds are 7 grams each, which is on the heavier side. Prolonged periods of wearing them will likely result in a bit of fatigue. Aside from that, the earbuds aren't really built to stay in the ear either. All in all, these are excellent earbuds. The active noise cancellation is right at the top, and like I mentioned, these are Panasonic's first attempt. With a bit more tweaking to the sound and improvements to the ANC technology, we might see Panasonic coming back with a second generation in a year or two that might just blow everything else out of the water. At least, that's what I'm hoping for. A little competition is always good to push companies to innovate. But those are my thoughts on these earbuds. If you guys have any comments or questions, leave them down below. Like this video, subscribe to us if you haven't, follow us on Instagram and Facebook for more content. Until the next one, see you guys.